Hello and welcome to another video. Today is another sketchbook tour. Specifically, we're touring Sketchbook 40. This is a Leuchtturm 1917. I think it's 1917 because of the shape. It's an 8.5 by 11. It's in this cute little green color, which is primarily the reason I bought it. I remember I didn't like it. I feel like every time I show you guys a new sketchbook, I'm like, I didn't like this one. But I went through a lot of trial and error to find out what kind of sketchbooks I like and stuff like this. I just didn't like this one because of the way that it blended with alcohol markers, which is the drawback for a lot of sketchbooks, honestly, is I don't like the way that they blend with alcohol markers. And so as a result, there's actually not very much stuff in here, so this should be a pretty short sketchbook tour. So yeah, I would probably buy another one, but probably not because they are super expensive. I don't know if it's because they're German or what, but they're super expensive. So they're like $30, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But I don't really use alcohol markers as much as I used to, so, and also I'm trying to be a little bit less, what's the word, like, sort of kind of, not anal, what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm trying to be a little bit less uptight about how things look on paper and stuff, a little bit more loose, so maybe I would buy another one, because I'm trying not to care so much about what alcohol markers look like, and be a little more loose with them, but, yeah, they're pretty expensive, so I'm not sure. I also have like 15 sketchbooks I need to fill, so hopefully I don't buy any new ones. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the sketchbook tour, you guys. Okay, so I started this one October 21st, 2020, and ended it October 28th, 2020. December 28th, 2020. Imagine finishing it in 7 days. Took me 2 months, but that's because I didn't really fill it up at all. So yeah, the very first thing I did in here was some color swatches. These are the Copic markers I had at the time. I swatched every color. I kind of hate swatching. I used to do it pretty often in sketchbooks and new sketchbooks especially, but I don't really do it anymore. I kind of sort of hate it. It takes forever. And I feel like, I don't care. It takes too long, guys. I don't like it. But yeah, that's what the swatches are. I didn't label these. If I do swatches now, I tend to label them, but they're also in my order. They're in alphabetical order. That's the way that I keep them, sorted in my marker stands. They're in alphabetical order, which I don't know if everybody else does them in alphabetical order, but I do. So that's what that order is. Drawing of a guy that I never finished. A drawing of a clown. I did finish this one. Obviously not here. This is just a sketch of the clown, but I did trace this, or I think I changed it digitally. I took a picture of it and I traced it digitally and I printed it out on a separate piece of paper and I colored it in. So I did finish this drawing of a clown. This is her she's a sad clown and she's crying and she's holding balloons. Drawing of my OC. She was going through a bit of a metamorphosis. You guys have seen her before. She's the one who usually wears like a green headband and like a green striped shirt. This is her new design that I was working on. But I didn't really ever end up going anywhere with it. And then this was the guy OC that she's usually with. I was working on a redesign for him also. Again, didn't really go anywhere. I liked her redesign more than I liked his, which is probably why I actually was lining hers. A drawing, I think this is supposed to be Lady Liberty because this is supposed to be a mask and she's supposed to be crying. A drawing of like a little elf. There's a lot of sketches in here. Nothing really finished though. I think this is supposed to be like an elf or like a deer person. No, it's a deer person because she has antlers. This is the very first time I tried to draw a Harajuku style demon, like a Dekora Key style demon, but like a dude. So trying to do a guy, and I didn't like the way the sketch was coming out. And then this was the finished sketch. You guys, I feel like this doesn't look like anything like that other guy, because this is the first time I tried to draw him, and I tried to draw him again later because I finished the sketch, but I didn't actually end up coloring it or anything because I was like, I don't really like it that much. I'm not sure what I didn't like about it, but I redid it again later, which you guys have seen it earlier in my sketchbook tours because it's part of my finished artwork sketchbook. I toured that one before. So this is technically the original sketch for that one. I much prefer the other one, personally, but this is what he was supposed to look like initially, but I just didn't end up coloring it or anything. A drawing of somebody being forced to smile. I think that's what that is. Some small little doodles, not really much going on there. Drawing of a pumpkin head girl. I have so much trouble drawing pumpkin heads because I'm like, it's always either too big or too small, and I cannot get it to work no matter what I do. Just like, it's so hard. I don't know how you get those in proportion. Body, yeah, okay. Just some pen doodles. I think that's probably where I started to try and do pen doodles, because honestly, I was going through the sketchbook and I was not liking it at all. So I was just like, I'll just draw in pen. As you can see, my pen doodles have gotten a lot better. Look how scratchy these lines are. I'm always like, my art's so bad and like, I'm not improving at all. But then I look back at stuff like this and I'm like, my lines don't look like that at all anymore. So I'm like, I'm getting slightly better, you guys, through time. These are some very first initial designs for Hope and all of the guys in Hope's story. So Hope and James, and this was supposed to be John Doe, and this is Jane Doe before their names were Fry and Mikey, which I don't like. And then Kagome. Kagome is technically a scrapped character because she initially was supposed to be somebody else, and I changed it to Sky, and Sky, I changed her story. Initially she was gonna be a time traveler, and then I changed her to be a superhero because I hate time travel. So yeah, so Kagome does not technically exist anymore. She's gone through a lot of iterations, so she does not technically exist anymore. That's why it says Kagome for now. Me trying to draw some more Hopes. I was just trying to draw my OCs more. I felt like I hadn't been drawing my OCs very much at all. But I say this every time I go through my sketchbook twice. I'm like, the only thing I draw is OCs. I don't draw anything else. I draw like maybe 1 or 2 pieces of fan art, but most of the stuff I draw is OCs. So I was like, I want to try to draw Hope and stuff some more. So some Hope doodles, a lot of Hope doodles, some bodies right there. Not too many though. Trying to do some figure studies. Some more figure studies. These two are probably some of my favorite figure studies, especially from this book. I don't know what it is. They're very wobbly and wiggly. I mean, obviously they're out of proportion, but there's something about them that I like. Oh, and this one, I really like this one too. Hopefully this doesn't get taken down, but this is like artistic nudity. Hopefully. I like that one a lot. I like the shape of the ribcage, I think. Some more Hopes. I was trying to draw shoes, sneakers. I really like sneakers with a really thick sole. I don't ever really draw them really too much, but those are my favorite sneakers. I just like the look of them really much, a lot. I don't really care about shoes at all. Like at all. It's not very much one of my interests, but I do like shoes with a really thick sole. So whenever I draw my characters, I'm hoping eventually I'll get to the point where I can draw shoes with really thick soles. I just feel like they look really cool. Hope, and another Hope. Some more little doodles. Like I said, not really much stuff going on in here, just some heads. I was like not feeling the paper at all. And this is before I had gotten really used to doing pen sketches. So I was doing these pen sketches and I was feeling that they weren't coming out well, and so I was kind of losing motivation. So yeah, those are those guys. Some more Hope and James. Just high five, like high five. Just trying to figure out what I sort of kind of want their relationship to be here. I know I kind of wanted to have Hope have a crush on James, but I wasn't really sure why. I'm a little bit more sure on why he has a crush on him now. I'm still trying to finagle them a little bit more. I don't really draw them as much as I used to. So I'm not 100% set on their personalities and their relationships. And so it says, wow, you finally got a face. He's like, nice, right? And it's like, I was really trying to figure out how I wanted to draw James for a really long time. And this is sort of kind of what I settled on. He doesn't even look like this anymore. I mean, his haircut's changed a little bit. And so he looks a little bit different. And his jaw's a bit more square than that is now. But to be honest, Hope has changed too. He doesn't really look like that. Especially his fucking ears. Look at that. You see that? Look how slightly pointed they are. Now they stay out like this far. Way different. That's just 4 years difference for you, I guess. Drawing them a bit more consistently. One of the first initial sketches of the boss. And this is the health inspector. Now he's just called the inspector. But before he was the health inspector. It was the whole thing. This was me trying to plan out the comic strip for them. And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't finish it because I wasn't liking the way it was coming out. Some more little doodles. Really not much going on here. I was just trying to get ideas down. Really the words. Like I said, I feel like I'm much more of a writer than an artist. So I try to think of dialogue first before I draw anything. But I also think of it on the fly. Like I'm sitting there, I draw one frame and I'm like, okay, add the dialogue in. And then I sit there for another like 10-15 minutes trying to figure out what I want that next frame to say, which is not very conducive to getting things done quickly. Some more little doodles, me trying to figure out how I wanted them to wear their uniforms because everybody is a unique person. Honestly, when I worked in fast food, everybody just wore the uniform the way that you're supposed to. So like this sort of thing, like open and like different kinds of expression and stuff like that. I mean, like that's cool for like character design and like stories and shit. But in real life, it's like wear the uniform how you're supposed to wear it. You know what I mean? So I just always think that's super funny in like stories and stuff. The sketch I didn't finish. These are some new markers I got, so I was testing them out. Got a new white paint pen. Some new pens here. Also just some little doodles. Not really much going on in the sketchbook, you guys. Like I said, little yawning James right there. A little face that I didn't finish. Some more Hopes. For a while, Hope was like my muse, and so and I kind of forced him to be my muse. I was like, I need to draw something, and I don't know what I want to draw. Hope was like the very first one that I had like a definitive character design that I liked, with his locks and his pointy ears and his little beard. And so it was really easy for me to just draw him because I knew what I wanted him to look like. He was one of the first characters I knew what I wanted him to look like. So I was just like, I'm just gonna try and draw him and get better at drawing him. And so for a long time, he was one of the very few things that I could draw. I felt like I was doing okay at it. So just some Hopes, different expressions. Look at him, he's blushing there. I like that one. I might redraw that. He looks cute here. Angry Hope, where his like demon side is starting to come out a little bit. I still do not have a definitive demon form for him yet, but I want him to have one soon. An angel? No, this is a demon. A boss, a Hope. This is Deku, and that's Katsuki, Kachan. Bakugo. Some more little faces. These are all James. This is James to James. James. Just a random face. Other random faces. This is supposed to be Mikey or Jane Doe. That's Jane Doe. Another body. This one is Hope. As you can see, I was starting to get really sick of this sketchbook. I was like, I hate it. I felt like I was crippled because I was like, I don't know what I want to do with this. And so we're getting to the point, whenever I have a sketchbook that I'm like sick of, and I'm like, I need to finish it now, I sort of do this thing where I just draw really big portraits in pen to like get it out of the way. I feel bad because it kind of feels like a waste of the paper, but also I feel like it's the only way I can get my sort of energy out when I'm like, I need to finish this. If I don't finish this, I'm gonna like die. And so yeah, I'm at the point in this sketchbook where I'm like, I'm ready to finish it. And look, there's like so much paper left, you guys. So yeah, all of these are gonna be like little fast, quick, little pen sketches. So yeah, these are just random people. That's supposed to be James. That's Hope. This was his name back then was Fry. Let's go by their real names. This is John Doe, Jane Doe. That was supposed to be Kagome. This is just a random person. I guess her name is Sky now, but she doesn't look like that, so it's not really Sky at all. Another James, another Hope. And like I said, this was just, I was like, I'm so sick of these. I do like some of these, the way that they come out. I think they look cool, some of them. Honestly, it's just like, I'm so done with this sketchbook and I need to fill up the paper. And like I said, I just feel like a waste, but it's my sketchbook. I paid for it, so I can fill it up however I want. So this is James. This is a John Doe. I don't know if that one's James. This is a random person. This is also a random person. More random people. Ignore that one. That's a Hope. That's John Doe. The boss, the inspector. Let's get a little heart right there. That's not indicative of anything that goes on in the future. Just a random guy. I think that one's also that was supposed to be James. I like this one. He's got a cute little face right there. I like that. Another James, another Hope. Another James, another Hope. This one's crying. Are they looking at each other when this is going on? I don't know. But maybe. And then last one, it says bye-bye, and that's James. And that's the, that's the last one. This is a coloring sheet from Life Illustration that I paid for because I really like her art. I have her coloring book also. I'm not going to show it to you because it's a coloring book, but it's a good coloring book. I bought this coloring sheet because I wanted to color it, and then I colored just the head. I thought I did a good job with it, but I never finished it. I'm going to take that out for right now, and then here it's just information about the paper and like a sticker you can put on to be like, this is when I finished it. I don't really do stuff like that, you guys. It's just not my vibe. I'm just going to write it on it, you know, in like big honking letters in Sharpie. But anyway, that's the end of the sketchbook tour, you guys. Sorry that one was so short and there wasn't much going on, but for a while there, I was like going through a thing where I was like, I don't know what to draw. What am I supposed to do? Yada, 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 yada. And I'm kind of going through that same thing right now. I feel a little bit better about it. But yeah, just And also, this was, you know, 2020, so there's a lot of stuff going on. But it's the second half of 2020, so there's a little bit less of going on. But yeah, it was fine. It was fine. I didn't really like the sketchbook, but I feel like now if I got another one, I could probably fill it up a little bit better, be a little bit more innovative in the ways that I could have used it. But you know, the past is the past. I do like this color though. It's a very cute color. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. I will go ahead and see you in the next one. Bye!